Hello everybody, this is the closeout report for two proposals. Proposer Tool on Chain and Community Tools on Chain from dApps and Integrations Challenge in Fund 8 and dApps and Integrations Challenge in Fund 7. The two proposals are strictly interconnected, as they compose a protocol that can be used by the community to deliver on the promise of an open, decentralized ideation platform. The two proposals includes working and open-source proof of concepts. The first of three deliverables is the protocol definition. The document describes the process ideated and defines the data format that needs to be used for the submission of appropriate transactions. This document is the output of the research performed, and it was used as a base for the development of the proof of concept. A public link is available in the closeout report. Let's describe how the protocol works. The Event Genesis transaction is created by the event operator. It is submitted to the blockchain as a transaction with a specific key that contains metadata with all the information about the event. Dates for submission, dates for reviews, challenges, submission form and format, assessments forms and format, and so on. The Proposer Tool on Chain fetches active events with related info from the blockchain. Users can submit proposal using the form specified in Genesis transaction. They submit hash and signature on-chain with a transaction that contains metadata. The proposal content is instead submitted on IPFS. At this point, proposals are public and listed. They can be fetched from Chain and IPFS. Once proposal submissions are closed, users can access to the review tool. When registration is open, reviewer can submit their registration on-chain. When review submission is open, they prepare submissions in the tool, and they submit on-chain the hash of the reviews. At this point, reviews are not public, so they cannot influence other reviewers, but they cannot be modified anymore because the hash is immutable and stored on the blockchain. When the review publishing is open, the reviewer publish using the tool on IPFS the reviewers previously prepared. Hashes can be matched to check that data wasn't tampered and to validate ownership. It is possible to query the blockchain and IPFS to verify and export all the valid reviews. The second deliverable is the implementation of the proof of concept of the proposal tool on chain. This tool, a web app that interfaces with Cardano wallets, implements a mechanism that allows users to participate in an active event by submitting a proposal through an on-chain submission. The third deliverable is the implementation of the proof of concept of the reviewer tool on chain. This tool, a web app that interfaces with Cardano wallets, implements a mechanism that allows users to participate in an active event by registering as reviewer, reviewing the proposals submitted, and in the end, publishing the reviews for general consumption. Protocol and proof of concept implementations are public, and they can be used by the community for testing and to run a real decentralized event. Let's start the demo. As the first thing, we will impersonate the fund operator that needs to create the Fund Genesis transaction. We have a tool for it, and we prepared the data. You can see here the metadata we are going to publish, and we can see here that the transaction was successfully submitted. We will check for the same transaction on Cardano Scan. We are on the pre-prod network. Transaction was confirmed, and now we will explore the metadata we just submitted. We can see the action here, the Fund Genesis, and the chosen label. We also have the dates for the various stages of the fund. Then we have a list of challenges, and for each challenge, we can see the assessment's criteria. So we are defining how proposals will be reviewed, and we're indicating the specific fields for the reviews. Then we have the description for the challenge, the funds available, the currency, the ID, and then we have the proposal schema. This is an interesting thing, because this basically defines the submission form for this specific challenge. So, these are the various fields we inserted, like the problem statement with the specific validation rules. There are a bunch of fields for the demo. And in the end, we have some other general information about this challenge. At this point, we can start exploring the proposal tool on chain. First of all, we connect the wallet. The wallet is connected and we can check the info. We can now open the list of funds. These are pulled directly from the blockchain by querying for our protocol label. For the sake of demo, we have all the stages open at the same time, so we can test things. We can see the same info that we saw on Cardano Scan. We select the fund we want to work on. After that, we can explore the challenges of this event, and we can see that the data matches with what we submitted. Now let's create our proposal. We can fill all the fields, and as you can notice, fields are parsed from the Genesis transaction. The custom validations are also triggered accordingly. We can now submit our proposal. It is saved locally, on our local storage, and it is not published yet. But we can edit it and proceed with the on-chain publication. At this point, proposal is uploaded on IPFS, and we create a transactions with references to the uploaded file and to the fund parameters. Transaction is confirmed. Let's check it on Cardano Scan. And we can see the metadata of our proposal. Proposal is now public, and everybody can check from this page. We select the funds we are working on, and data is pulled from the blockchain. And we can open the content of the proposal in IPFS. It's now the turn of reviewers. We can open the reviewer tool, and as we did before, we connect our wallet. We can then select the fund. Again, this data is pulled from the blockchain. All the stages are open, so as the first thing, we'll proceed with the registration as PA. As usual, this will send a transaction with proper metadata. Here is the confirmation on Cardano Scan. We can now explore the list of the proposals, automatically collected from the chain, and we'll start reviewing one of them. Info and criteria correspond with the on-chain data. We fill everything and save locally the review. We can see the review ready for submission. This is the first stage, so we'll submit only the hash of the content without actually making it public. This happens, as usual, with a transaction. At this point, everything is confirmed in the tool as well. We'll now simulate the second stage of the reviews process, when reviews are actually published for everybody. Using a mechanism similar to what we used for proposals, the assessment content will be published on IPFS, and at the same time, a transaction with the IPFS link is published on the chain. Hashes need to match with the previous transaction to confirm that data wasn't tempered. Now that everything is public, anyone can explore the review data on IPFS. And this was the last step of the process. All the info about proposals and reviews is published on IPFS and verifiable on-chain. The protocol is completely decentralized, nothing can be altered or tampered, and ownership is verifiable. Thank you for the attention.